Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you what I'm packing in my hospital bag for my third baby. I want to preface this by saying I have actually never had a hospital birth before. With both of my children, I had very fast labors and literally never made it to the hospital. But I have experienced being there for postpartum. So I'm packing with that in mind. As far as what to bring for actual labor and delivery, I have no idea. I'm kind of like guessing and playing around with this, so if you have any ideas, put them in the comment section. But I spent hours going through YouTube and watching other people's videos to figure out what they packed for labor and delivery. And if you're new here, my name is Yasmine Underwood. I am a 24-year-old mom of 2 toddlers. I hope you'll follow along on our journey as we venture into this side of social media. Okay, so I made a little list here of all the things that I think I would need. I wrote it all down. I don't have everything, so you're not going to see everything in this video clip. Some things I still need to order off of Amazon, but I just gathered and collected everything I've had around the house. So as I mentioned before, I've never actually given birth in a hospital before. My daughter was born within hours of my water breaking. So my hospital bag was packed, but we never actually made it there. And my son was born premature, just randomly, one day in the middle of the night, and my labor was only 20 minutes long. So we showed up at the hospital, on the ambulance, of course, with absolutely nothing. So these are some things that I wish I would have had I had a bag packed when my son was born. First, we are starting with the bag. It is a cute little Winnie the Pooh bag that my mother bought me for my birthday last year because I'm a Disney girly and Pooh is my favorite. Now, one thing I like about this bag is that it has a handle so you can roll it. Because I will say, when we were discharged from the hospital, they gave us like this big giant gray cart to roll and carry our belongings on, but I think it would have been easier if my husband would have been able to just drag this bag and not have to push that ginormous cart for just a few items. So first I'm going to start with clothing. I'm going to be bringing my own hospital gown because I personally just don't like the texture or the material feeling of the hospital gowns that are provided at the hospital. I will be bringing that. That has not came in yet. I actually have one floral hospital gown, but it just feels like really stiff, so I'm looking into ordering a different one. We'll see what I think about that. I have a robe. Last time when I was on the postpartum floor after my son, I brought a robe, but it was a big, thick, white, like fluffy robe. And I just remember being so hot and so sweaty. But because we didn't pack a hospital bag, that's really the only thing I had to wear. So I knew for next time I didn't want a robe that big and that thick. So I've got just this little muslin material robe that I'll be wearing. It is short sleeve, and it's pretty short. It still covers, but it's pretty short, but it just won't feel like super big on me. I just don't want to feel like swallowed. The next thing I'm bringing are 2 nursing tanks. Absolutely love these. These are perfect. You can just open it, pull it right down, and easy access, especially when you start breastfeeding, when the lactation nurses come in. So I'm going to be bringing this. Last time I just had a bra, and it was not a nursing bra. It was like a regular standard with underwire and everything, and I was very uncomfortable. So I'm looking forward to this. And this doubles up as a shirt. And because messes and things happen, I'm bringing 2 of those. Next, I ordered an outfit off of Amazon as my going home outfit. I actually haven't even opened it yet, so hopefully it looks good. I plan to wear this outfit with a pink bubble band, which I still need to order. This is a big, stretchy 2-piece set. This is the top, and these are the pants. Something just really long and cute. I love it has the stripe detailing on it. on the bottom of the pants and on the shirt, actually. Here on the sleeve and the bottom. I will also be bringing a pair of socks. I know a lot of people recommend grippy socks. I don't like grippy socks, so I won't be bringing them. And a pair of house slippers. Next, we're gonna go over toiletries. Starting with my sweet little Winnie the Pooh zipper pouch. I'm bringing body soap, a tiny little deodorant, and a little bar of soap. To be completely honest with you, I don't remember if the hospital had actual soap bars or not. Like, I have zero memory of that, so I'm just gonna bring it anyway, and if I don't use it, I don't use it. It's not that big of a deal. But for my skincare, I'm gonna bring some facial spray, foaming cleanser, my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, and some makeup remover wipes, just in case. You never know when you're gonna go into labor, so I might need to take the makeup off. Obviously, the expected toothbrush and toothpaste, some under eye patches because when I don't sleep enough, I get really puffy eyes, some nipple cream. I think this is definitely necessary because my girls, they hurt a little bit when we start breastfeeding. So nipple cream, a little chapstick, some cleansing wipes just to wipe around in case for whatever reason I'm not able to get in the shower when I would like to. Some belly oil because I like to put on oil on my belly while pregnant and postpartum after getting out of the shower. Getting my own Peri bottle. The hospital will provide you with one, but it's the bottle like shoots straight up and I don't really like that one. So I love this one because of the angle, so I'm packing this. The other two small items I have is a small bottle of baby lotion, hand sanitizing spray, and then some toner. I'm just gonna put some of this into a travel size bottle. Okay, moving on to accessories and miscellaneous items. Some of the things that are going to go in my hospital bag have not came in yet, but I have ordered them on Amazon, so eventually I'll get some footage of what those things are. But for now, I'll just read them off the list. I'm ordering an afterbirth tincture to help with the postpartum cramps. Because after you give birth, your uterus starts compressing, contracting down to its original size, and I really don't want to take Tylenol. With my last birth, Tylenol really didn't help me all that much, and I know the more pregnancies you have, you know, the more likely you are to feel some pain after birth. So I will be getting that tincture from Wish Garden, and I will also be using their stress release tension tamer as well. It is an herbal supplement, and you just put a few pumps of that into your water. I'm going to be picking up some electrolytes by Cure. Stool softener. I did not have stool softener with my first two pregnancies, and I wish I had, because that first bathroom trip postpartum, it was a little scary, especially with me. I get hemorrhoids after birth, unfortunately, so it was a little painful. And speaking of hemorrhoids, I'm also going to be bringing some Tux to help with that. I'm also ordering some uterine heat patches, and I am bringing my own heating pad. Now, the hospital does provide a heating pad, but I personally did not like the heating pad that they had. It was like this plasticky feeling, and it just wasn't very comfortable for me personally. So I am bringing this one. I bought it from Walmart a few years ago. I don't know the brand or anything, but I love it. So I will be bringing my own heating pad. Another thing that I am doing differently is bringing a labor comb. I have heard reviews about the labor comb. Some people said that it helped them, some people said it didn't. With my other two babies, I never had an epidural. I don't plan on having an epidural this time either. So I thought, let me try a labor comb, give it a shot, see how that goes. So we're packing that. Other thing I'm bringing is a small little nightlight, because the hospital lights in the room are so bright, and after I had my son, the nurses were just coming in all the time and they were turning on that really big bright light and it was just all in my face and it was a lot. So we will be bringing this tabletop nightlight. Another thing to add to your list, extra long phone charging cord. This is a 10-foot cable because in the hospital sometimes the outlets are all in random places and you're not necessarily stuck in bed, but you're going to be in bed for the majority of time, and so your standard 6-foot cable is not going to be able to reach. For the shower, I don't have any flip-flops. I haven't worn flip-flops in years. I actually don't like flip-flops. So for the shower, I'm just bringing my Crocs as my shower shoes and a shower cap to protect these burns. Don't want these getting wet. I'm bringing a really small portable speaker to play music on. I know for me personally, I just like to listen to some music, listen to like nature sounds, like white noise, ocean sounds, that sort of thing while I'm in labor, even though I have pretty fast labors. So I actually only did that with my daughter because that labor was about 4 or 5 hours. My son, 20 minutes. I didn't have time for any special anything. Also considered bringing my Amazon Echo Pop. I'm not sure if I'll actually bring this. We have another one in our bedroom that we use every single night for ocean sounds. I just don't know if I'm gonna feel like setting this up at the hospital, so I think this small little Bluetooth speaker to just connect to my phone is probably gonna be a better option. Fans. I got a little Minnie Mouse fan because I'm a Disney girly. I get so hot when I'm in labor. So I've got this little tripod fan that can just pretty much hang on to anything. I can hold it, or if need be, I can stick it onto the side of the hospital bed. So bringing this tripod stroller fan. I'm bringing my handheld mini fan. And I have another fan that's in the car right now, so I'm not going to grab it, but it goes around my neck and it's pretty powerful. So I'm bringing all 3 fans just in case because I get very hot when I'm in labor. I'm also bringing a Polaroid camera to capture some of my last few moments with my bumps, so last few bump photos. And then also I loved taking my baby's newborn pictures on a Polaroid and just like holding the picture and looking at it, and it's just so sweet. So we're bringing a Polaroid camera. And lastly, my boppy pillow. Now this pillow, it's not super big. It's pretty your average size boppy pillow. I would prefer a smaller pillow, especially because baby is so small, but I'm trying to steer clear of just ordering and buying a bunch of stuff that I really don't need just for one day, especially because I already have this boppy pillow. This is usually my car pillow that I leave in the car, and then I have another boppy pillow that I keep around the living room and my bedroom area. Outside of those few things, I'm going to be bringing my own pillow with my silk pillowcase. I'm just kind of weird about that. Even when I go on vacation, I like to have my own pillow. And I'm also going to be bringing a blanket. The hospital does provide blankets, of course, but they're that really thin material. I actually still have my hospital blanket. This was the hospital blanket I received after my son was born, and it's just really thin. And I am a fluffy blanket girly, so I will be bringing my own blanket. I'm also bringing a portfolio to hold my birth plan and all of our important documents, along with our pediatrician info and any paperwork that we get from the hospital in here. Last time we received a lot of paperwork and it was like all over the place. And then another thing that we're bringing is our tripod, our camera that I'm recording on right now, camera batteries, probably a backup camera just in case, SD card, camera bag, all those sorts of things so that we can capture video and pictures and memories of meeting our 3rd baby. So I'm very excited for that. That is everything that is going on my bag. As you may have noticed, I did not pack any bras. I prefer to use just the nursing tanks. I also did not pack any underwear. The hospital has postpartum underwear for you to use, and I will keep all my other underwear and my other postpartum underwear that I've purchased and put on my postpartum cart. That's gonna stay here at the house. I might have overpacked, I may not have overpacked, I don't know. We'll find out after I give birth and leave the hospital. I'm going to briefly go over baby's hospital bag. I feel like you don't really need to bring much of anything for the baby because honestly, the hospital has everything. But if you're someone like me and you have personal preferences, you can pack a bag. Here is baby's bag. Matching, well, not matching, but Winnie the Pooh, just like mama's. And this is what I'm putting in baby's bag. Now, let's go over what you don't need for baby. You don't need nasal syringes, you don't need diapers, you don't need wipes. They have all of those things. Now, technically, you don't need any swaddles or like t-shirts for them either, or even little hats. I'm a stickler for photos and I like to take the little pictures. And plus, after having my son, we received so many of those hospital swaddles. I'm not even sure why they gave us so many. We came home with like 8 or 9 of them. So I'm gonna bring my own this time. We have no idea what we're having. I may have mentioned that before, but baby number 3 is a surprise gender. One of my closest friends actually does know the gender of our baby. So she has ordered the name sign for us, like the little announcement sign that says, "Hello, I'm new here." She's ordered a going home outfit for us, and then a little seersucker bow with baby's initials on it. And no, that does not mean automatically that I'm having a girl. I don't know what I'm having. Like I said, I just wanted a seersucker bow regardless. If it's a girl, it'd be pink. If it's a boy, it'd be blue. So I'm very excited. So she has all of those really fun things. I have more of the plain boring stuff. First, I'm bringing my own swaddle. It's just a green and white swaddle. It's got tiny little, like, looks like eucalyptus leaves on it. I think it's extremely adorable. And like I said, I just want to have my own swaddle, honestly, for the sake of photos. I know that the hospital provides them, but this one's super cute. And technically that's actually a baby blanket. I should have called it a blanket. So, baby blanket. I prefer this baby blanket. Now let's get to the swaddles. If I have a girl, this was the very first swaddle that my daughter was wrapped in. So I thought it would be so precious to pack this. It also comes with a matching hair bow, but the hair bow size was like a 3 to 6 months. So it didn't fit on my baby girl at all. So we're not gonna be bringing a bow, but I will be packing the swaddle itself. I personally prefer muslin swaddles. I love the material. I love how breathable they are, how thin, so like baby doesn't overheat. And then in my baby registry box that I got in the mail, Amazon actually sent me a swaddle. It's a beautiful sage color. Once again, it is a muslin swaddle, so in case I have a boy, I've got this one, and honestly I can use it for baby girl too. So that's our second one. And then I'm bringing just 2 sleepers, one light green one gray one with tiny orange polka dots, and then in case we have a girl, we've got this darling cream one with a hair bow, and then one onesie. Like I said, you don't have to bring onesies, they've got them, but we got a short sleeve onesie, long sleeve onesie, pacifier clip, a tiny little hat, and some mittens. And that is everything that is going into baby's bag. I hope this video helped you. I hope it gave you some idea what to put in your hospital bag and what to put in baby's hospital bag, and I'm wishing you guys the best. If there's anything specific that you had to have in your hospital bag or in baby's bag, drop it in the comments down below. I would love to see what you guys did. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye y'all.